Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another light novel review. Welcome once again. Like I said before, I'm trying my best to get light novels in and out. It's not as easy as mangas, but I do have once in a while some light novels to review, and this is actually one that was announced to have a anime just a few days before time of recording, right? Really. And this is Alya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. Now, I'm not really sure if I'm saying her name right, but that's how I'm saying it. Before anything, thank you to Yen Press for sending this. If you haven't checked out Yen Press, and Yen On, which is really the subdivision that does the light novels, they do great stuff out there, guys. Check out their website. You can also buy cheap manga and light novels in the description below. There's a link there where you guys can use and buy stuff there as well. Um, Great company. They've been sending me stuff. You guys know the drill. Uh, Check this one out. It's actually a cute story, and I will talk a little bit about it. But before anything, subscribe to my channel also. Comment, like, and share. If the giveaway video hasn't come out yet, there's a new giveaway coming, so make sure you do subscribe. That way you don't miss that giveaway. Okay, let's talk about this light novel. Alaya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. Well, she is half Russian and she is going to Japan school, and she is. They describe her as the princess of the class, and she very much is a princess. But she is also in top of the class. She's not just princess. Um, and because she's also the student council, I think assistant or someone in the student council group. She's appointed to essentially take care of our protagonist. Now, before anything, let's focus on her herself in the story. She is half Russian. She is basically um, placed up in a pedestal so much that she's become unapproachable to people, or at least it seems that way. And she basically takes out her frustration in her second language. And I love this because um, I may or may not have done this before when I lived, in places where I knew they wouldn't understand me. Both ways, when I was with people that didn't know how to speak Spanish, I would sometimes say stuff in Spanish under my breath just to kind of get my frustration out. And then when I was in places where people wouldn't understand me, and when I spoke English, I would say something in English to take my frustrations out. So it's very much similar to that, and I don't do that anymore as an adult, but she kind of does that. She releases her frustrations in Russian, and that's the cuteness of her character, and that's really much kind of what we get in the entire series. Um, Now, who is our protagonist? Our protagonist name is very hard, so I have it here. Masachika Kuze. I'm gonna just call him Kuze because Kuze is just a lot easier to say. So Kuze himself is kind of the opposite of her. He's lazy. He forgets stuff. He's late to class, and that's why she has appointed to take care of him essentially. And throughout the beginning, we kind of learn that he is or it almost feels like he's not reliable, but then eventually we realize that he is reliable. He's actually more less of a bland character than other series similar to this one. Um, he at a young age would, I believe how the story was, he watched videos or shows with his father in Russian, so he picked up Russian as a little kid and kept it ever since. And so he secretly knows what she is saying in Russian, but keeps quiet and puts a straight face, uh, almost act like nothing's going on, so that she don't that doesn't feel like she can't relieve her frustration anymore. Now there is a lot of things thrown across him throughout the entire volume, and some things are funny, some things are cute, some romance, sometimes even flourishes. So it's just a little bit of everything. Um, the entire series itself can be just summarized as a slice of life, and girl needs boy, boy helps girl. That's basically the entire series. Um, I actually saw another reviewer here on YouTube who gave his opinion on this, and I want to agree with him to an extent in the fact that she is portrayed as not the golden student, but like a very good student. I mean, she's top of her class, she's doing really well. But then when it comes to everyday situations, when it comes to her interacting with our protagonist Kuze, she kind of seems to have a lot of issues, and like she can't do anything on her own, and it kind of seems um, contradicting. And I don't think the reviewer ever said that, but I myself am saying that it's a little contradicting, but you can almost summarize it as I think I guess she's book smart but not street smart. So Kuze is there to help her out throughout the way, and that's really it. If you've seen teasing Master um, Tagagu-san, I believe is the name, or the recent one that just came out as an anime, Next Door Neighbor is an Angel, something like that. They're very similar to this one. It's very much almost like you can pick up any chapter, and as long as you know the characters and know how the characters or who the characters are, you can pick up any chapter and just read it, and that's really it. Now, I did start this video by saying, hey, it's hard to read light novels. And yes, it is kind of hard to read light novels, especially having a full time job. I have to put my job priority first. But light novels like this one that come rare are great. And the reason I say that is oftentimes they'll do super long chapters, and I get it. I get it. They're trying to portray a section of a story at a time, but sometimes it's so hard to read just one chapter. So you have to figure out, okay, I'm going to read this part of the chapter here and here to kind of get through the story. But this light novel is constructed with short chapters and very much, like I said, short stories. Almost if this was made into an anime, I would be happy with 10-minute episodes, and not full 24 traditional minute episodes, because I think maybe it would even ruin the series by repeating so much of what we see in the story. So, yeah, it's a good thing. We'll see how the anime turns out. Like I said, it was already announced. I don't think there was a date set on it. Maybe there was a year, but I don't remember completely. But if it was announced, it was probably going to release this year because a lot of these series, they're not so big. They don't really give too ahead of a time release. So, anyways, guys, that is it that I have for this series. Check them out on Yenon and Yen Press, and the other subsection, Easy Press, which they're releasing stuff daily. Not daily, but they're releasing stuff quite a bit, and it almost feels daily. And hey, I'm trying to catch up with all the stuff they send me. I think they're gonna send me more next month, hopefully, and I will review it for sure for you guys. And yeah, check it out. Give a like, comment, like, and share on this video. It just helps tremendously when you guys do that. Also, if you haven't followed me yet on social media, it's in the description below. Give some love to my channel by subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.